Welcome to A Word from the Word for October 7th. Today's Bible reading, Matthew 27:24 through 44. Today's key verse. He saved others. He cannot save himself. He is the King of Israel. Let him come down now from the cross, and we will believe in him. Matthew chapter 27 verse 42. Today's word from the Word. When love refused to come down.
The taunt flung at Jesus as he hung on the cross is soaked in irony. He saved others. He cannot save himself. Spoken by the very chief priests, scribes, and elders who orchestrated his execution, it was meant to mock, but instead, they unknowingly preached the truth of the gospel. If Jesus had climbed down to save himself, he couldn't have saved us. That's the glorious twist. The only path to rescue sinners was for the sinless one to remain nailed to that brutal cross until sin was atoned for and redemption sealed. What looked like weakness to bystanders was actually the most incredible display of power and love the world has ever witnessed. Let it sink in. Jesus had healed lepers, opened blind eyes, even raised the dead. Of course, he had the power to rip himself free from those nails. But if he had chosen self-preservation, every soul in history would have been left without hope, without salvation, without eternal life. Hebrews 9:22 doesn't mince words. Without the shedding of blood, there is no forgiveness of sins. Our salvation hinged on his refusal to escape. Out of the depth of his love, he refused to come down. Why couldn't forgiveness come another way? Because God's holiness won't allow sin. His justice requires its penalty, death. And his truthfulness won't deny his word. From the beginning, he had declared death as the punishment for human rebellion. Even Jesus prayed, "Father, if possible, let this cup pass." But it didn't, because there was no other way. In our own lives, we oftentimes crave the shortcut out of pain. But in many cases, the greatest triumphs come not by saving ourselves, but by surrendering. By trusting God's purposes even when it stings, even when it hurts. Even when it is the most painful experience we've ever endured, we're called to lay down our lives, our pride, our comfort, our control, for the sake of others. That's how we mirror Christ's heart. So what now? Live in awe and thankfulness for what his sacrifice achieved. Your forgiveness, your eternal life, your freedom. And then, walk in his footsteps. When obedience to Christ feels costly or downright painful, remember Jesus who refused to come down. The cross was the ultimate act of not saving himself, so he could save you. Let that truth ignite your faithfulness when sacrifice is required. Today, may the Lord flood you with fresh wonder at the cross. May he deepen your gratitude that Jesus chose not to save himself so you could be saved forever. And may he empower you to follow his lead, laying down your life in love, knowing that resurrection joy always follows the cross.